So the Caitlyn Clark discourse is not stopping. The social media stuff is not stopping. And you know what? It's not going to stop tomorrow. At the end of the day, people are still watching. And I'm in the views business, so I'm going to keep talking about it. But I'm going to at least try to put some logic into the conversations, because both extremes are just wild. Before we get on, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We put more basketball content here than anywhere else. Well, mostly WNBA content, but trust me, throughout the summer for Olympics, for free agency, for the draft, there will be as much NBA content or basketball content in general than anywhere else. But anyway, now let's get on to the video. Oh, the Caitlyn Clark fiasco is crazy. It's crazy enough now that I'm literally seeing channels that are ChatGPT. I'm not joking. There are people there are literally people that put in a ChatGPT script into a AI voiceover and are getting 100,000 views. They're saying all these ultra prominent figures in sports, and ChatGPT is spouting out that Dave Portnoy is a prominent figure in sports. I'm sorry, he's just not. Dave Portnoy, look, Barstool Sports, it is what it is, but that wasn't a sports thing. That was just college frat culture, and he's more known for eating pizza than anything else. Talking about American soccer players that no one's ever heard of. Like, I follow football. I'm a avid football fan. I probably follow football as closely as I follow basketball. I haven't a clue who these people are. Saying that these people that are disappointed, saying they wouldn't watch if Caitlyn Clark's not there. At the end of the day, I don't think USA Basketball are making their decisions based on that. In reality, look, they want to win, and it's very, very clear that Caitlyn Clark being on that team would ruffle up some feathers. It is very clear that a lot of WNBA vets, it's not that they don't like Caitlyn Clark, they just don't want to be anywhere near Caitlyn Clark. A lot of them don't want to be anywhere near Caitlyn Clark as far as the fandom, everything about it. And it's been clear from the very start that WNBA players don't want to. I'm pretty sure the coach was liking anti-Caitlyn Clark tweets. And this is, again, nothing about the person. I don't think anybody dislikes Caitlyn Clark the person. I think the only people that dislike Caitlyn Clark the person are people that dislike Caitlyn. Think Caitlyn Clark is a robot, have attributed things to the robot of Caitlyn Clark, and are doubling and tripling down on the biases they have towards her because she doesn't say anything. She just wants to play basketball. So at the end of the day, I don't think anyone necessarily hates her, but I do think that if you asked Diana Taurasi, do you want Caitlyn Clark on his team? Her answer, I think, would be no. If you ask all of these higher up players, I think the vast majority of them, if you ask them, do you want Caitlyn Clark on this team? Their answer would be no. I genuinely think the answer would be no. And it is a golden opportunity for the growth of the sport in a not the same way as the Olympics, as the Dream Team, but in a quite similar way that it would grow the sport internationally a little bit. But at the same time, it doesn't people from France are probably not going to watch women's basketball to watch Caitlyn Clark. I'm being completely honest with you. The games will get more viewers with Caitlyn Clark than without it. But it's not like the Dream Team. It's not like, even in 2024, this is as close as far as star name power to the Dream Team. Their tickets aren't even that expensive to go watch them play. The tickets aren't even that crazy to watch this USA team play if you're in Paris. Everyone's seen these play. They're not these mythical creatures like they were for the Dream Team. The game is already international. You're acting like 2 of the first round, or 3 of the first round picks in the WNBA draft, 3 of 12 were European, and 1 was Brazilian. I just need to check this WNBA draft 2024. You're obviously looking at there's the Sabali sisters from Germany. And I'm looking at the draft board here. You've got 2 French players who didn't come over. You've got Liete, Lacan, and then obviously the 12th pick from the Atlanta Dream was Australian. So you've got, in the first round, you've got an Australian, a Brazilian, 2 French, and then obviously, the second round, Hanika Mule, who's Croatian. So it's and also, you've got Alia Edwards, who I'm pretty sure is Canadian, if I'm not mistaken. Is Alia Edwards not Canadian? They have her down as USA here, but she's Canadian. So the sport's already international. So this notion that they need to grow the sport by bringing her isn't true. Isn't necessarily true. It's already a global game, basketball. But the point that more viewers would watch Caitlyn Clark is 100% the truth. It's 100% the truth. But like, I'm sorry, because Colin Cowherd says I'm not gonna watch. Because I don't even Colin Cowherd, because Dave Portnoy says it. I think Colin Cowherd just said it was a missed opportunity, and I do agree it's a missed opportunity. But at the same time, if all this distractions and all this circus causes them to lose a game, I'm saying they would rather win without her than risk losing with her, because they're not gonna lose with her. But if they think the distraction gives them a 1% chance of losing, they're probably not gonna bring her. And then they're seeing this sort of crazy discourse. There is a circus there, and very clearly the coaches probably don't want to deal with it, the vets don't want to have to deal with it, and they made the decision to not bring her. As well as that, she wasn't at the training camp. And I'm seeing that. The only time I've seen somebody really mention that was I saw it once on one of the AI channels, who in their AI voice on ChatGPT said, according to the Associated Press, she missed the training camp. You don't need obviously ChatGPT will give you a source, but at the end of the day, it was during the NCAA championship. She obviously wasn't there because we saw her against South Carolina. But yeah, it's mad, this whole discourse. And I've seen just some of the dumbest things ever. Like, I've seen people say she didn't make the team because she's white, as if Diana Taurasi, Breanna, Steward, Sabrina Ionescu, and Kelsey Plum aren't white. And then on the 3-on-3 team, Cameron Brink and Hailey Van Lith made it. I've seen people saying she should have made the 3-on-3 team if she wasn't making the 5-on-5 team. Caitlyn Clark has never played 3-on-3. It's a different game. She doesn't play defense. And would Caitlyn Clark make that team better? Better than injured Chelsea Gray, sure. Better than Diana Taurasi, sure. But it's mad seeing the dumbest takes. Seeing the dumbest takes ever. And now, people are attributing crazy stuff to Arika Ogunbowale as well. Like, I'm going to make an entire video on this. Arika's really good, by the way. She's got the handles. When she is on, she looks like she's the most electrifying guard in the league. She literally shoots the ball every time she touches it. I'm sorry, if Caitlyn Clark was allowed to shoot the ball 30 times a game, she would be averaging more than 26 points. That is not including any free throws. She shoots 30 times a game. And if you count free throws and stuff, let's just say she shoots 4 free throws a game. I'm not entirely sure what the number is. Let's just say she shoots the ball 32 times a game. If Caitlyn Clark shot the ball 32 times a game, she shoots 32 times a game, she still doesn't get double teamed like Clark does, which is crazy. If Caitlyn Clark was allowed to shoot 32 times a game, she would be averaging similar points to Arika Ogunbowale. But nobody watches the Dallas Wings. No one watches the Dallas Wings. They just watch the highlights. Oh, it is what it is. But it's genuinely like, you've got pro Caitlyn Clark fans wanting her in, and the logic is nothing to do with basketball a lot of the time, because these are players. And any fan, by the way, that says I'm not watching if Caitlyn Clark's not there is likely not watching anyway. I'm sorry, I've never heard a single fan that has said I'm stop if they don't let Caitlyn Clark, or if they stop doing this with Caitlyn Clark, I'm going to stop watching. I genuinely don't think a single one of them watched sport. I've watched any of their games, by the way. I actually don't. And obviously, if you're one of those few in the comment section, you're one of the small percentage, trust me. The vast majority of people that say, if Caitlyn Clark's not there, I'm not watching, aren't going to watch anyway. Even if Caitlyn Clark is there. It means they're not actual fans of basketball. They are fans of, not even fans of what Caitlyn Clark represents. They're fans of what could be, or they're fans of what they have attributed to Caitlyn Clark, despite the fact she literally just plays basketball. They're fans of Caitlyn Clark because of non-basketball reasons, and the fact that they dislike a group of people, which they've attributed to the group of people that they associate with, and they've attributed Clark as the figurehead of that group of people, and then they've attributed Angel Reese as the group of people that they don't like, and vice versa with their opposite fans, and it's just so dumb. At the end of the day, she's probably going to make the team. Chelsea Gray is injured. She's probably going to make the team. Arika Ogunbowale should not make that team. I'm sorry, she is a generational shot chucker. And I don't understand why the 12th person on a team should be a generational shot chucker when the team literally just needs a playmaker. You've got Alyssa Thomas, and that's it. That's it. Chelsea Gray's not there. The only playmaker in there, like past first player, is Alyssa Thomas. And ironically, Caitlyn Clark, at her best so far, I know she cooked by hitting 5 threes in a row. The one thing that she does really, really well is pass the ball. And this team getting stops and running the break, and she's feeding everybody, and they're playing like Showtime Lakers, she would make the actual games more interesting because of the way that she plays, and there's enough good defenders to hide her on defense. But at the end of the day, they win with her, they win without her. Can we stop just? Can we just stop? Can we stop listening to United States soccer players you've never heard of? Can we stop listening to Dave Portnoy's sports takes? It's the year of 2024. Can we stop talking? Can we stop acting like a guy who's most famous for pizza reviews is the like be all and end all when it comes to sports? And can we stop acting like Twitter people are real? At the end of the day, is Caitlyn Clark one of the best 12 players right now? Probably not. There's no one on a merit that I would take her over. I would pick her over Rika Gumbawale if Chelsea Gray drops out. I would put her as that first point guard because I think her style of play would suit because they're good enough defensively and they're just going to run. And their other guards aren't even great defensively. It's not like Kelsey, or not Kelsey, it's not like Sabrina's this lockdown defender. It's not like Taurasi at 42 is that unbelievable of a defender. I would bring her. Personally, I would use her as Chelsea Gray's replacement. That is, mate, she hasn't played since game 3 of the finals last year. She's not going to play in the Olympics. I think she's going to be brought. I would bring her. But can we just stop attributing things that she's not? Like, all this Caitlyn Clark, if she wasn't double and triple, she'd be the best player in the league. No, she wouldn't. No, she wouldn't. She's double, like... She still gets stripped twice a game dribbling the ball to the halfway line. It is what it is. Caitlyn Clark is the best rookie by so much. She's probably around the 15th to 20th best player in the league. She's better than Diana Taurasi. I'll give you that. But she would not be a starter. She would be the probably bench or third string point guard. She would make the team better. That's the truth, but there's other players that would make the team better. How can we stop pretending like Rika Gumbawale isn't just a shot chucker?